It's all a scam. This is all a scam. I mean, we got people that's getting ready to retire that's gonna try to live off $2,000 to $3,000. Impossible. It's impossible.
Okay, so y'all worked your whole life, and now you're retired. Can you live off your Social Security?
Absolutely not.
Me either.
Let's get to the intro. Yeah, what up YouTube? It's your man J Boogie Books, the Puerto Rock that don't stop, but he does take a couple weeks off. So look, we talk about fraud, right? But is Social Security fraud?
Why, yes, it is.
People work their entire life, right? I mean, 40 plus years. I've been getting a lot of comments, and the overall consensus is people cannot live off this fixed income. It doesn't stretch, all right? Yes, you work and you retire. So you receive this money that's supposed to pay all your bills, right? But it doesn't.
Nobody tells you this about retirement, but do you know that Social Security is not going to pay your bills? It's hardly even one payment for utilities. You can't pay your mortgage with it. I'm telling you, Social Security is a joke. Retirement, you've got to have income coming in, my friends, or you're not going to have enough. You're soon going to run out.
So I'm not saying that the government is committing fraud, but is it fair to have somebody work their entire life? This is not about laziness. This is about people who did everything right and they still just can't make ends meet. Any way you look at it, people are getting over. Whether it's the system getting over on you or you getting over on the system. Either way you look at it, it is not fair.
You giant shitty fraud.
Okay, so maybe fraud isn't the best word. Maybe a joke is a better word. So Social Security and retirement is a joke because you can't live off of that money. Let's watch another clip and see what this gentleman has to say about Social Security.
The government's incentivized for you to work yourself to death, and then they don't have to pay the Social Security money they illegally stole from you anyway.
See?
Social Security's all a scam. Here, you can't be a good steward of your money. I'm the government. I'm a great steward of money. I'll take it for you, and I'll give it back to you later. What?
Great idea. Not for you.
But then you die a week into your retirement.
The problem that I have with it is this country is designed for you to work and then pay into the system, right? And then they're supposed to take care of you as you get older so you could just kick back and enjoy your elder years. But that doesn't happen.
You know what? Government ain't giving you, Social Security ain't giving you nothing. The same way, if you can't get your husband and yours, you only could get one. What about that money? They ain't giving you nothing. It's nothing in this world free. I worked 41 years on the job. I've been working ever since I was 14.
And that's the reason why they pissed at the people who abuse the government the way they do with the welfare and all of that. And I get it, because it's abuse, but in a different type. It's abuse any way you look at it.
I'm 63 years old. That means I'm retired. Yeah, I am. And I got my first check, you know, that Social Security check they say that's going to help you get through your golden years. Well, it wasn't very golden. I think they were missing a whole lot of numbers in there. So I'm like, well, what am I going to do? I can survive on this. So I've got to go find me another way to make some income.
So you heard what she said. There was a couple zeros missing on her check. Now she has to go out and find another source of income. At 62, 63 years old, I mean, look, yes, you're not old, all right? But at the same time, you don't have the same energy as a 20, 30-year-old does to go out and work 40-hour weeks just to pay the bills, all right? When you did that 40 plus years of your life, and now the retirement age is 67, dude, I'm 50. I'm never retiring. So, and I don't think I'm gonna retire anyway. I'm gonna just stop when I drop.
I can work till I die, maybe even after that.
Now, fact of the matter is, everybody does not believe in Social Security. Ben Shapiro is a dick. I can't say it any other way. And he feels like, no, it's not fair for you to work 45 years of your life and then decide to have the government take care of you until you die. Let's watch.
No one in the United States should be retiring at 65 years old. Frankly, I think retirement itself is a stupid idea unless you have some sort of health problem. It's totally insane that you believe that you should be able to work from the time that you are essentially 20 to the time that you are 65, which is a 45-year period, pay in, and then you will receive Social Security benefits sufficient to support you and your family, you and your wife or whatever, for like another 20 years. That's crazy talk.
Yeah, it's crazy talk. Like, how dare you? How dare you? Now, the conventional response to this, I've heard people say it, is, well, Ben Shapiro can say that because he's a podcaster. He's not climbing ladders for a living. And if you climb ladders for a living, you know, or do any kind of physical labor, even light physical labor, your body breaks down. It's just a fact. And if you're around people who've done it, you know, by the time they get to 50, they're limping and they're in pain.
Look, if you are lucky enough to reach the retirement age and you do not want to retire, then don't. Work until the wheels fall off, all right? But if the government is going to tax you for 45, 50 years, then yes, I feel that you should have a little bit of time to kick back and relax, and they can give a little bit back to you, just a little bit. You have any idea the percentages? They're not even fair, and I ain't gonna get into it because I'm not a mathematician. I'm gonna let somebody else break it down a little bit better than I can.
What's up, everybody? Listen to this shit. Okay. This is what Social Security does. Okay? Listen to this shit. Okay.
Let's go.
You pay, let's say, $25,000 a year in taxes that they take out of your money to put away for your retirement. Okay. So after 52 X amount of years, if you get to retire at 65, you know, but it's like they'll tell you, know, your payoff is until 70 now. Now they moved it to 70. Okay, it used to be 55. Now they keep moving the goalpost back. Okay, so let's say at 65 you retired and they took $25,000 a year from you. Okay, that's $1.3 million. So that's $1,300,000 that they took from you over a span of 52 years at $25,000 a year.
Ouch.
All right. So at 65, they give you, oh boy, $1,600. That's what the you get. All right. Give or take 100 or two. So I'm rounding off to 1,600, okay? Right. Trust me, because I just heard this conversation going on. And, all right. So, 65. Now, at $1,600 a month, that's 12, that's $19,200. Okay, a year. So, let's say you live another 15 years. You croak at 80, all right? So, they've given you $288,000 of your money. But what about that other $1 million?
Yeah.
Huh? What about that other $1 million?
I want my $1 million.
What the fuck happens to that? Because your family doesn't get it. So that's how much money they are stealing from us. Okay? That's how much money per person that they are stealing from us. Just to put that into perspective.
Okay, OG. So what do y'all think about that? Is the government stealing your money? Do you still deserve $1 million once you retire if they had taken that much out? No, I don't think that's realistic, all right? I don't think that you're going to get the exact amount out that they took from you when you were working. That is not how that works. But I feel like they should give you enough just to survive. Enough that you shouldn't have to go out and get a job because your husband or your wife may be disabled and now you're holding down the fort at home, right? You 65 plus, 70, 72, 73, and what? You supposed to go out and get a job now? That's not how life works, man. And who's gonna hire you? Let's watch this next gentleman who has this same issue of who's gonna hire him, huh?
I'm 58, and I just realized that I may never work again. I may never have a job again. Now, I'll make money, but I may never get hired by anyone ever again to go work for an organization or a company. Doesn't matter how good I am, doesn't matter my skill set, what I do, have done, doesn't matter how well I interview. The fact of the matter is, I very likely have aged out. I'm 58. And look, you can sit there and, you know, throw sunshine on it all you want about ageism is bad. Yeah, but it's also real. And when I thought about that, I thought, okay, if I went for a job, and I did last year, I tried last year. I've been an entrepreneur forever, but I tried to actually get a job working for a company last year. It was just a miserable experience. And I've got to thinking about that, how I'm perceived, how people my age are perceived. And just, getting a job's tough, whoever you are, whatever age you are. But just now, with statistics saying, reports rather, saying that a majority of hiring managers and recruiters feel that, I think it's either 54 or 57, is too old to even work. So what the hell are you going to do?
Okay, so it is a scary thought. I'm 50 years old, and I have no idea if they are going to continue to raise the retirement age. But what I do know is that I continue to see older people struggling. And we can argue about welfare rights all day. But the fact of the matter is, the people who work their whole life are the ones who are not getting taken care of. And quite frankly, if this is the finish line, no wonder everybody's agitated. I wouldn't want to join the race neither. It's a rat race.
Back to the rat race.
So it's been your man, J Boogie Books. This is not about handouts. This is about dignity after a lifetime of work. So leave it in the comments. Let me know if you're retired and what you're going through. And if you're a younger viewer, are you worried about retirement? What are going to be the rules once you get to retirement age? So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch up with all of y'all tax-paying citizens or people who are receiving Social Security or people who are on welfare or whatever you're doing with your life. I'll see y'all on the next one. You heard? Be easy, people. Peace.